Hello, Meg here from I Teach Stamping. Welcome to the Friday Flip. So the Friday Flip is where we take one project idea and we flip it into something completely different, changing up what we need to and keeping what we want to. So let's go ahead and take a look at our inspiration project. So this is from an old Stampin' Up! Catalog, and we're taking a look at this treat bag right here. I love the design of this. I love the little scallop, and I love this little element right here. So we're going to keep a lot of those type elements, but we're going to turn it into a greeting card instead. So let's go ahead and dive in. The first thing we want to do is our die cutting, and I took the circle from the Circle Collection Framelits. This is just a little bit bigger than 2 inches. It's about 2 1/4 inches, and I die cut a circle of Delightful Dijon. So this is one of the new ink colors from Stampin' Up! Now the next thing I did with the Big Shot is using the Honeycomb embossing folder. I dry embossed a piece of Whisper White. It's going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, giving us that fabulous texture. Once we have that, then I'm going to take one of the Lace Doilies and this circle, and we're going to adhere it together. And then once it's good and stuck down, and I used liquid glue for this, so I did this ahead of time just to let it have time to dry, then I'm going to cut off an edge to it. So you can probably get 3 out of one of them, maybe just 2, but just play around with it. We're only going to use a portion of it. So we need this piece right here. Then we're ready to do our stamping, and I'm going to use the Perfect Pennants stamp set and the Bermuda Bay ink, and I'm stamping this onto a piece of Whisper White cardstock. I don't have to worry about the size of the cardstock too much because you can either use Framelits, the banner Framelits, to die cut this out, or you can take your scissors and cut it out like I did. And just for the sake of time, I did ahead of time. Now on this, I kept a little bit of a white border going all the way around it. I didn't cut all the way up to the blue. Alright, so we have that, and then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mimic the same exact angle of that banner onto a piece of pattern paper. So this pattern paper is the Cherry on Top Designer Series paper, and it's just a 3" by 1" strip. I'm just going to line this up and cut. So this is how you can get that exact same angle just by layering one on top of the other. Alright, so we have that, and now believe it or not, we are ready to do our assembly. So the very first thing that we're going to do is attach this, because this is kind of our anchor piece. Everything's going to be built off of this. And we're going to attach it into the center of our dry embossed white. This is all then going to go onto a layer of Pool Party. And this Pool Party starts at 4 1/4 by 11 inches and is scored at 5 1/2. Alright, so there's the base for our card, just like that. Alright, we're going to attach these two together, but on a little bit of an angle. So I'm just going to put adhesive behind this corner right here. And then we're going to play with some ribbon. So I'm using this Chevron Ribbon, and I love it because it's got that it is two-sided, but when you go to do what we're going to do, half of it would have the chevron and half of it wouldn't. So we're actually going to use 2 pieces, and we're going to fake it. We're totally going to fake it on this. I'm going to take my scissors, and I'm cutting right below the white chevron. You want to make sure you're using a good sharp pair of ribbon scissors. So I'm just following that chevron pattern. And then when it comes to the length, I want it to be longer and taller than our other. But no one's going to see what happens right back here. So I'm going to cut it right here. And then we're done with this. So I've got a little piece here that I'd already done the edging to. And we're going to bring in one of my favorite tools ever, some mini glue dots. And we're going to take this and we're fold it over like so. Then what I need to do is attach these two, but with that pattern facing the other direction now. So I just want another glue dot. And we have it just like that. And I'm going to bring this in, make sure my length is good, because if I need to adjust it, now is the time. And I like the way that looks. I'm going to go ahead and stick with mini glue dots since we're using ribbon. Probably, if I had to pick one adhesive to use for ribbon, this would be it. So I'm going to take this like so, and then I think you know what's coming next, some more glue dots. And I don't know why I didn't just pick them up. That's the much faster way to do it. So I've got one on each tail and then one towards the top. And we're going to bring this in and drop it in place on our card. All right, one more thing and this card is done. So I'm going to bring in the 10-second bow maker and some of the silver baker's twine. It's not just silver, it's kind of natural color. It's got some silver swirl to it. And I'm going to tie a bow. Nice into the center. And I want these tails to be fairly long. I'm going to pull this off. Cut, and then where this is curled from wrapping around the packaging, I'm just going to trim that off too. All right, let's move this out of the way. And let's grab another mini glue dot. You probably saw that one coming. We're going to take this. And then I want to make sure that when it hangs, that it's not covering my words. So you just have to kind of play with it a little bit. And if you need a little drop of glue to hold that in place, go for it. So you could tack it down here and over here. And just like that, we have our cute little card. I love this card. So let's go ahead and bring our inspiration back in and let's compare them. So rather than having this little scallop that was like this, we changed it out to a doily, but I added a pop of color since we were doing white on white. We kept the little, the ribbon that they used, but we made it more of a chevron pattern. We flipped that ribbon over so that we kept that chevron pattern. We kept some pattern paper, and then we added another banner, and then rather than a staple, because I'm not a big staple person on cards, I'll be honest, we added a cute little bow because I am a bow person. So there we go, another Friday flip in the books. So if you like the Friday flip, please be sure to like it below and also be sure to share it with your friends. Then head on over to iteachstamping.com. Make sure you are signed up for my email list so you don't miss any of the paper crafting tips and exclusive projects that I only share there. Thanks again for watching. Again, I'm Meg from I Teach Stamping, and have a great day.